Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another session of GLU, where we are growing here at Groove Asia. Yes, we are. We have new people joining our team all the time. So, you know what that means? That means new programs, new other trainings that's going to be happening, and we can't wait to share this with you. Well, also joining me today are two other protege members. One is a OG here that y'all have seen before, who's doing the training with Groove Cart. And he's also done the 5-day challenge with Groove Cart that we had just last week. And that is Peter. And Peter's coming on. Hello, Peter. How you doing today? You're muted right now.
Yep.
All
Hey,
right.
hi Karen. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So thank you for
Yep.
joining us here today as we get our newest protege that's going to be coming on that we want to introduce to the community. But before we do that, for those of you who are joining us today live, put in hashtag live in the comments. And if you are joining us on the replay, put in hashtag replay. Want to know who's joining us and viewing us live and on the replay. We do appreciate all of you. So, of course, our newest protege that we have that has joined our ranks is one who's been doing leadership, he's been doing lecturing, he has been in the field for quite some time, and he's going to be having a whole lot of cool stuff that's going to be coming up and teaching us about courses and building communities around our courses. It's really exciting. And maybe one time he too might be doing a 5-day challenge. Well, Peter, before we get to our new protege, how did you how did you enjoy your 5-day challenge training?
It was great, Karen. Obviously it's the first for me. It was a new experience, and I, I I felt that for me it was it was knowledgeable for me too as well, and to be in front of a camera and to talk to quite a few people out that are global. That was something very different for me. So yeah, I enjoyed it, and I'm just sort of coming back to Nick. I'm glad he's actually doing his introduction today to the rest of the Groove Asia community, because uh, I feel Nick comes with a whole bunch of experience under his belt. Like he's in all the things that he's done. One of the things when I was talking to Nick a while back was that we have in common is that we both are in, well, I was in Toastmasters. Nick is still in there, and he's got a role, a responsibility in Masters as a DTM, which is a distinguished Toastmaster. And I see too as well, going by some of the information about Nick, is he's actually set up chapters, if you like, of different Toastmaster groups. So, yeah, he's definitely well experienced in Toastmasters on not just I guess, a local level, but also on a national level as well, and maybe even a global level. But we'll let him talk about that. But yeah, so excited to be here. Excited to have the introduction for Nick and being part of the Groove Asia Protege team. So yeah, thank you for allowing me to be on today as well, Karen.
Awesome, awesome. Well, anytime, anytime. Well, without further ado, bring Nick LaConte, LaCane onto the screen so he can say hello and tell us a little bit about himself. Hello, Nick. Welcome
Hi,
to
hi,
GLU.
Karen. Hi, Peter. How are you doing today?
Doing just
Great, thanks, Nick.
absolutely fabulous. And we're so glad to have you here with us, actually here in the community and on the Groove Asia Protege team. So happy to have you.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, both of you. I appreciate it very much, and I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, Before we get going into your background, what made you want to be part of the team? I know you've been into the Groove Asia community, and I've seen you in the webinars, and I've seen you in the events and things like that. And what made you want to take that dive into being a leader or stepping up and becoming a leader in the Groove Asia community?
Well, funny you mentioned the 5-day challenges. So I watched Peter last week. I watched the previous 5-day challenges as well. Really got into it because there was such value from start to finish in each particular module that was covered. And I learned a lot about Groove. So I only found out about Groove, well, maybe December or January. So it's only been 9 or 10 months. And what I saw was that it doesn't matter. I mean, and I know this from my experience, it doesn't matter what courses you do. If you don't do it with somebody, or if you don't have that mentor, if you don't have that somewhere where you can go to discuss, you don't grow as much. And often you fall by the wayside. So in terms of the Groove Asia, I knew I was learning Groove. I wanted to know more about Groove. And I needed a community, and I found one through Groove Asia. Lots of things are going on, and I'm excited to be a part of it, to be honest. I love the global aspect to it. I love the education aspect to it, but also I love the mindset growth and the camaraderie that goes with it as well.
Yes, 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 yes. We love having you here. And that's why, that's why it's so important to turn on your cameras so we can see you. We can
Yeah.
get to know you and see what you're all about. And then we could be, it builds that kind of connection when you see someone that's in those events, and you get to know them.
Yeah, the connection is very, very important. I mean, Peter
Hmm.
mentioned the Toastmasters. I mean, I've been Toastmaster for 7 or 8 years now, but in terms of being online, I've been online since like 2017 or something. So, um, well, in fact, I've been online with Toastmasters since 2017. I've actually been online a lot longer than that. But this
Right,
idea that you can look into the camera and be comfortable, and whenever you look into the camera, if imagine there's a room of 10 people or 100 people. When you look into the camera, you're looking directly into somebody's eyes and directly into their heart. So whatever message you have, you've got a shot at getting right to right to them in the core, and to enable to persuade them to do something, or to encourage them, or give them a message, or could persuade them to take action. And that's what I want to do. I want to persuade people to take action. And that's what I love about the community. It's a community with a purpose.
that's right. That is so true. That is so true. And that's part of our mission here at Groove Asia as we help everyone achieve freedom together. That's what we're doing together. And part of that doing together is bringing in the training and doing the webinars and doing events, giving people the tools and strategies that they need in order to do something different so they'll be able to be a benefit or asset to their family and to those around them, you know. And we're so glad that you are here in our community too, especially with your extensive background that you've had in Toastmasters and other leadership trainings that you've done, and building on doing events. I'm excited about that myself. Actually, when you had your course of what you're going to be talking about for the next, I was like, oh wow, this is great. When you send me all the things that you wanted to do, and it went all the way up until February, and I was like, this is nice. This is probably what I need to lay out for myself, but this will be great. Absolutely wonderful.
Having a plan is really important. And I can't stress this enough to everybody out there.
Hmm.
If you know where you're going, then on any particular day, you can gauge how far you've gone and how close you are to your goal. But if you don't know where you're going, if you've not written it down, you've not put it up on a wall or some kind of vision board, how do you know you're going in the right direction? How do you know you're doing the right thing? And that's why the community aspect, building community, is very important. I can go and sell 100 courses to 100 people, but
Hmm.
not, possibly anything up to 80% of them won't complete. The reason is they don't have a mentor, they don't have a nudge, something gets in the way, they're chasing shiny stuff, whatever it is. And this is one of the things I want to bring into the sessions I'm going to run. It's not just about creating courses, publishing them, selling them, marketing them, etc. It's about creating a community and retaining it so that it's a lot easier to go and, for example, give them access to the next course because you've already got them in one place here. All right. Whereas otherwise, the hardest thing in the world is to actually go and get a new client or get a new customer. But the second hardest is to keep them, isn't it?
Yes, yes. But I find the hardest is just getting that first client. That is getting that first client. But then, the nurturing part is definitely important in keeping them and keeping their attention and keeping them progressing and moving forward. So you're going to be coming into doing a GLU called Courses in Community starting next week on Tuesday at 6 p.m. GMT plus 8. So that's 6 a.m. at East Coast US time. So got to get up early for those here that are in the United States because Nik is going to be on. So I know you're doing courses in community, but kind of run through some of the things that you want to hit on or you want to emphasize during your time on the GLU when you start next week.
Okay, so different people will come for different reasons. Some people will understand the tech already. They're used to being online and doing things. But maybe they need help with, what course can I do? Why should I do a course? And of course, one of the reasons for actually creating a course is it helps with creating a passive income. For example, imagine you've got somebody who is a lady who's 40 years old, raised kids, now wanting to go back, and has been out of the job market for a while, and now looking at going back into it with a young growing family. And that's challenging. And especially, all over the world, we've got issues with the economies are not doing great. There's a lot of inflation out there, a lot of issues out there. And this is one way that you can actually go and leverage your skills, knowledge, and experience. Look at, all the years that you've gone and studied and worked in particular areas, or be able to actually work in developing your passion. But you can take people with you by sharing your skills, creating an online course. And one of the things I want to do is to help you identify what type of courses that you can do. Also, how to create the courses. So, for example, Groove has got the array of tools out there to not only go and create courses, but also the landing pages and the blog sites, etc., to help you market those courses. And specifically, I'm going to look at things like camera, lights, and action, being able to be on screen, and simple ways of actually recording your online session or your online training, and do it to a way in which you're comfortable. And some people may not want to be on the screen. That's great. But there are certain other things that you can do to actually be more effective. So whichever way you come from, whatever you're looking for around creating courses, selling them, creating communities, that's where I'm going to take you from week by week. And you never know, there'll be some bonus sessions as well, hopefully.
Right. Well, that is so important. I mean, guiding people into what it is, like you said, having a plan, having a track on what you want to do first, getting that focus, laser focus, and then how to do it.
And also making sure that, at the very beginning, some people say, well, why should I do it? Well, no problem. I mean, a lot of people do it because they want to secure the finance for their family. They want to secure their future. They want to look after their kids. They want to be able to, they think they're running out of time to actually earn the money they need to go and retire. I mean, it's a very real thing now. I mean, it's been getting worse every year, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So whatever reason you join, and whatever skills you have, there's always something that you can teach somebody else. That's the key. We've got access to up to 8 billion people in the world. We just want 100,
Yes,
or we just want 1,000. We're not trying to, take over the world, not yet anyway.
right.
But we just
It's
want the first
abundance. It's
100.
enough.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's enough for everyone. There's enough for everyone. Even if everyone's teaching the same exact thing, there's enough customers, potential customers for everyone to do that. What I was about to say is that people, when they're niching down, that's first of all, find out what they want to do
Hmm.
and be getting laser focused on that. And then the content and the material and building that out. But another thing I think stops a whole lot of people is actually doing the recordings. They want to make sure the light is right and the mic is right and have everything set up. And when they get over that hump, then it's like smooth. It's smooth selling. Then it's just coming up content of what you're going to do to keep it going after that.
Yeah, and that's where a plan comes into place. I mean, you've seen the kind of plans that I have for the streams that I'm doing. I'm going
Mhm.
4 or 5 months into the future. I've actually got a whole year planned out, 2024 as well, but I've not shared that with you yet. And one of the things about this is what is out there at the moment that can help people. I mean, it's a small word, 2 letters. I don't know whether it's at the tip of your tongue, Karen. 2 letters, a tool or a technology that will help everybody out there if they know a little bit about how it works.
Yes,
Do you know the
yes,
answer?
yes. I do. I do. And you know why I know the answer? Because I do new members orientation. Yes, I do. And it is Groove Asia. Groove Asia.
Yeah.
Groove Asia.
And
That
with Groove Asia, not only have you got
mhm,
access to the Groove platform, a lot of people feel overwhelmed about not having access to the tools like creating web
yeah,
pages. Well,
mhm,
what's a web page and what's a landing page and how do we create the courses? How do I give access to the courses? Things like that. But also,
mhm.
and over the last few months, over the last year really. We've got access to, and we've been big on this in Groove Asia, haven't we? It's about the
Oh, yeah.
access to AI, artificial intelligence, access
Mhm,
to for example, we've had the backup program recently, and we've had access to ChatGPT and other technologies. We've done courses ourselves, and one of the biggest things about this is how do you leverage your skills? Well, maybe may not be a good writer. Okay, no problem. Get AI to help you create the ideas, but then you make sure you make it authentic, put your own ideas into it, things like
mhm,
that as well. So I'm not going to be focusing too much on AI, but I am going to be touching on all the aspects that are available with Groove Asia into my sessions, and giving you a short window of opportunity to go and learn, and then you can go off, and I'll put links into the videos as well so that they can
mhm.
actually go and find out more. And one of the key things that I'm going to be doing is offering a chat with myself face to face if you want to have a little bit of advice on how to get started. That's
Mhm.
one of the hardest things that people find is that, well, it's okay for you to tell me, but I can I really do it?
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
where the mentoring comes in. That's where the community comes in. Come and join the community. We've got, we don't bite. And there's a lot of information, a lot of assistance that the Groove Asia community can give you. Just,
That's right.
just ask for help.
That's right. I'm like that you talk about what the AI is helping and assisting you in what you're doing. Like where we have Chinyu Tan, who's our AI expert here in the Groove Asia community. He and Simon Leong, who does a lot of training on how to use the AI when you're doing your content and your blogs and your articles and your images. And even Peter, when he's doing Groove Cart, he was showing us how to use AI to find your niches and to do your product description. So it's going to be entwined in everything that we're doing now. So you're using AI into building out the courses. That too is a way to use the technology now to make things go exponentially faster for you. That's what I like about it.
Actually,
Yeah.
I've got a question around that for Nick. Nick, I see in some of your the stuff that you do, especially for your own clients, you systemize and digitalize their business to streamline it. So, how effective has AI? And I'm gathering you're using that at the moment to be able to service your current clients. How effective has that been, and has it saved you a lot of time, if you like?
Yeah, absolutely. It saved me a lot of time, but also it helps me in that I'm giving a value add to my clients. And this is the whole thing about community, isn't it? I'm giving value to my community, but they are picking things up. They are looking at things and they are able to do more things themselves. Now, what we need to do as part of a community is to grow together, whichever community you're in. Okay, with Groove Asia, we grow together. All right,
Yes.
with you, for imagine there's somebody out there who wants to do this. They have a passion, or they have a skill, or experience in a particular thing, and they've niched down and said, right, I want to be able to do this, and then retaining a community so that you can actually grow with them. I think it's very important with not just AI, but it's about the mindset. It's about the idea that it doesn't matter what you know, you still have to take action, don't you? And
Oh, yeah.
that's the key. The answer is, the answer to everything is not just AI. Is to AI can be used as a tool in many different respects. Like, for example, as you said, helping with marketing content, Peter. And this is one of the things a lot of people struggle with. What I always say is get the AI to actually write something for you, but I want you to make it your own. That's the key, because you want to make it authentic. You want to make it in your voice, and you can even train it to actually go and deliver in your own voice as well, right? So there's a lot of things that we have access to right now, and that people out there have got access to. They just don't know how to use it, when to use it, and sometimes they do not take action. That's the key. It's the action is the most important part of everything that we're talking about today.
That's right. That's right. You could be in that learning mode, like Tyra in our community says, learn until the L falls off and you start earning. And when the L doesn't fall off until you start taking action. When you start taking action and taking all what you've learned and start implementing. At least that's what's happening with me, in my experience. It's like you can only learn but so much. And you got to start putting the feet on the pavement and start walking the walk. So that's right. Well, AI has been. Go ahead, Peter.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, sorry, Karen. I was just going to say, I like what you said just before, Nick, about niching down, and because that is pretty much anything that you do when it comes to sales and marketing, or especially if you're like a groove card store, is niching down to a specific theme, or I guess of what of a category, and it makes it that much easier to actually market around. And I guess that's where you're coming from when you're talking about that. And I'm sure we're going to see more strategies and more implementations over the next few weeks when you're doing your own GLUs. So I'm excited to watch those. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting what you are going to bring to the table, especially also for our Groove Asia community.
Thanks, Peter. If I just end with one question to all the people out there. What do you want to do for the next 5 years? Do you have a skill or knowledge or experience in a particular thing? Or do you want to learn a new thing, or have a passion for something totally different to what you've been used to? But what do you want to work at it 50, 60 hours a week for the next 5 years? All right, that's the question. Because if you can find that answer, then you've got the ability to go and work to it, because the work will not matter. It's not work, it's fun, because you're being creative. And if you can make it fun, there's no telling where you end up. And hopefully, as Tyra said, not just learning, but earning too.
Mm.
Thanks very much.
That's right. That's right. Well, Nick, we're so glad that you are here with us in our community. We're so looking forward to your trainings that you're going to be having. They are starting on the 26th. That is this coming Tuesday at 6 p.m. GMT plus 8. That's 6 a.m. EDT. That's East Coast USA. In the morning, you know what? When we fall back, it's going to be 5 in the morning, but it's going to be available, and it's going to be available on YouTube forever and ever for those of you who are not able to meet us there. But before we go, I do wanted to acknowledge we have a lot of people here on our day, and Tyra always starts it off. We're so glad to have Tyra with us this morning or evening. Well, it's evening where she is, and John with us, John Croft. Johan is with us also. Michelle, Tok Tok, and Simon Leong is here watching us here on watching live at the GLU. Nancy has been in a lot of our events, so I'm glad to see that she is following along here with us. So glad to see you, Nancy, here on a stage with us. So happy again, Nick. Thank you very much for being on with us. Let's talk about what's going on in the Groove Asia community that's coming up, because we do have some exciting things that's going to be coming up this weekend. And I want to show my screen here with you. This weekend we have an event that's coming up on Saturday, and it is the Communicate and Conquer by our very own JJ Fernandez. So if you're having a hard time in the expressing yourself or taking over room or being a speaker at an event, this is the place where you want to be. JJ has a wealth of experience as a radio personality and being able to get your message across. He is a master communicator, and he's going to be sharing his skills with us this coming Saturday on the 23rd. And you can go to isummitmastery.com/CCC. So when you get there, this is what you will see, and just sign up. Sign up so you too could be a part of, and I just put my number on. Okay. So you could be a part of our community and join us at that event. And make sure that you turn on your cameras when you come, because that way it does give the speaker some energy and we get to know you as a community. So definitely do that. So that's going to be coming up. And also, we have the Unlock the Power of AI, and that is going to be on Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. GMT plus 8. So that's 8 a.m. East Coast USA. We have the Unlock the Power of AI. We've had about 2 of those events before. And, with the AI and that technology just changing so much, so frequently, very quickly, new things we learn at each and every one on how to use the AI tools. So definitely come if you have been to one of the past Unlock the Power of AI, come to this one also, because it will definitely be something new there for you. So check our calendar. Our calendar, you can get to this at grooveasia.cm/events and see all of the events that Asia has coming down the pipeline. We are moving into the 4th quarter here at Groove Asia. So it's kind of tapering down just a little bit. But we also have a lot of things that's going to be still going on, and we want you to be a part of it. So, Peter, Nick, is there anything else you want to say before we wrap all of this up?
Well, I was just actually looking through some of the comments, and it's fairly busy in there with a lot of comments. And I saw one Simon said about the breakthrough retreat, and looking forward to that. And if you're in here and you don't know what it's about in terms of the breakthrough retreat, I'm sure we've got a link there, haven't we, Karen that we can just chuck up and for people to go and have a look. But that breakthrough retreat, I mean, on the last one, Nick, you're going to be there. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person. So
Yeah, and likewise. I'm. You know what? I watched the webinar yesterday. I mean, again, get people to link into the webinar. It's amazing. I'm so jealous that you guys were able to go out there last, was it 6 months ago, to Langkawi. And when I saw that, and I said, okay, I'm not going to miss out this time. So getting to Kuala Lumpur, going to Port Dickson, meeting you all, having a good time, but also learning together, walking together, and sharing and creating the networks and the camaraderie and the community that will then give me the fuel to actually go and rock it through the next 6 months. I'm so excited.
That's awesome, Nick. Actually, I've got a tip for you for when you go over to KL. Lose at least 10 pounds before you go, because you're going to love the food.
I thought I was going to lose it there.
Oh no.
Well, you might find an extra 10 pounds, but you won't lose it. But the food is just something to it's just simply amazing.
I heard and I saw the pictures.
The thing there was the camera eats first. The camera eats first. So
the camera eats first. Yeah, you got to take a photo for Instagram of the food first before you actually eat it. So
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've got all my dark t-shirts ready.
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to it, Nick. I'm looking forward to meeting you.
But it puts a link to the mastermindretreat.club/webinar. So if you're interested, please go see the webinar, and you can too join the Breakthrough Retreat that's happening in October. Just a few more weeks. Everyone there in KL in Port Dickson. Okay, well, thank you guys for everyone for showing up. Thank you, Nick, and welcome again to the community. We so appreciate you coming, and looking forward to the training that you're having on Tuesdays about the courses. That's going to be absolutely wonderful, because there's a lot of people I know that's a great passive way to have, to have income coming into your pockets. So once again, we're going to wind this up. Thank you, everyone who are here, that's watching us here live, and for those that are watching us on the replay. We do appreciate you being here. Thank you, Peter, for being here. Thanks again, Nick, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for having me. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Hi, this is Simon Liang with GrooveAsia.cm. Are you already a part of the #1 community in the world? If not, do so right now for free training and support, along with live sessions to help you succeed. Start now by joining us in our private Facebook group and get more exclusive video content on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications turned on for all updates. Join our community right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the inside at GrooveAsia.cm.